you admiring this? Because you should be. Hello guys, my name is Sarah. Today we're going to be talking about some goals and resolutions that have to do with all things book-ish. I was kind of inspired by the booktuber Leaning Lights. She posted a video a couple days ago called 2015 Bookish Goals and Resolutions, and I thought it was fantastic, so I am doing it too. So I am a relatively new booktuber. I started booktubing mid-August of this year. I've been able to identify a few things that I want to change, hopefully in this coming year of 2015. And I hope they all involve hoverboards and future stuff, because future, guys, future. So the first thing that I want to do in 2015 is to set a Goodreads goal. July is when I set my Goodreads goal, and before that I hadn't been keeping track of any books that I read. So I think right now it says that I've read 27 books this year, but I've read more than that. I just wasn't keeping track of them and all that good stuff. So the first thing I want to do is to set a Goodreads goal. And this year, I think I'm going to be aiming for 7 books a month. So my Goodreads goal is going to be 85. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to try. But I think 7 books a month sounds pretty doable. And yeah, and there's going to be some months that I'm going to be doing real bad. And there's some months that are going to be real good. So overall, I mean, 85 I feel is going to be a fairly safe number. Yes? Yes? Yes. My next goal is to get my TBR down. My TBR is very, very large. I don't know exactly how many it is, but there's too many. Did I mention my shoulder pads? They're as big as my TBR. One of the things that I want to do is to try and read things that I already own instead of starting new series. Because it's redonka-donk, really. This brings me to my next goal, resolution. I really want to finish more series. I have so many series that I maybe read the first book or maybe the second book, but I haven't finished. Like, I have very few finished series, and I own a lot of first books in a series. Like, I'll have the first book, but I haven't have purchased the next books in the series. So I really want to try and read some of these series, and I want to try and stay away from buying new series and starting new series if I have a huge amount like this of series that are unfinished. I want to finish some series because it's getting a little ridiculous. Next, I want to buy less books. This should be like a mandatory thing on my list because I buy a lot of books. I buy so many books. This rule kind of ties into my finishing series thing, but for buying less books, I obviously am going to continue buying books. I want to mostly buy continuations of series. So instead of buying 10 new first books of series, I want to try and maybe buy 5 second or third or fourth or fifth books of a series. I really want to focus on the series that I have unfinished and try and finish them and then decide if I like them or not, because yeah, I buy too many books. My next goal is to read more classics. I have not read classics in a long while, and I do have a lot that are public domain on my Kobo, but I'm favoring newer books instead of these older ones. But I really this year want to read at least 1 classic a month. I am aiming for 12 at least, like 12 bare minimum classics, because I feel that I'm not very well read, and I really want to change that, seeing as, like, you know, I'm kind of technically an adult. I definitely want to dip my feet into some literature. That brings me to kind of the next goal. I definitely want to read more diversely. With the whole read diversely tag that was going around, it made me realize how uncultured I am when it comes to books. But yeah, so I want to read more diversely. I just want to become more well-versed in all the literature that is available to us as consumers and readers and thinkers and people. I just want to gain a better perspective on the world around me, so I'm definitely going to be reading more classics this year, and I'm definitely going to be reading more diversely, because that's just super fantastic, and yeah. And my last goal, arguably one of the more important goals, is to read more. I find myself at times watching more booktube videos than reading, and I think that's pretty naughty, pretty bad. But I find like a lot of the times I will reach for my computer before I reach for a book. And that is wrong. That's so wrong. So I really want to devote more time to reading, and I want to try and make sure that I read at least a little bit every single day. The hardest part is opening the page for me. Like, I will be so just like blah and meh on stuff, but the second I start doing it, like the second I start reading, I will get sucked into it, and then 5 hours will pass. It's like Into the Rabbit Hole with Alice in Wonderland with me. As soon as I stick a foot in there, yeah, I'm trapped and sucked in there for good. But so like my problem is that I am just so lazy to start the reading that I'll just sit on my ass and watch booktube videos for hours on hours and put off the actual reading, which is really stupid. Like, it's really dumb. So my last goal is to read more. I need to read more. I want to read more. I want to devote more time to reading, which is a fantastic thing. Well, I think that about sums up my goals and resolutions for this year. Let me know down in the comments below what your reading goals and resolutions for 2015 are going to be, because I am super curious on what people want to accomplish this year. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Sarah, and I will see you guys later.